I know there's a lot of you out there that believe it's Big Bang Theory, the 6,000 year when creation started. And there's a lot of you that need to know more about the story. There's more to this than just that. So, and there are a lot of preachers, they teach this, they leave that one verse, and it changes everything. So we're going to go into this. It's about a lost civilization that was before mankind. So we're talking about mankind before Adam. So, and you can document this where a lot of people don't look at, and a lot of churches, preachers, etc. do not look at this. But it's in Jeremiah chapter 4, around verse 23 through 28, 29. So we're going to take a look at it. So if you go to you, Jeremiah chapter 4, I'd say around verse 23. It says, I beheld the earth, and lo, it was without form and void, and the heavens, and they had no light. Well, you can find this in Genesis 1, 2. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, period. And the earth became without form and void. So we're going to look at the word void. But take it back into the Hebrew. It means to be canceled, like you would cancel a check. He canceled the earth. And without form, it kind of means kind of backward, an idiot or silly or stupid, more like ignorant. They had no light. They didn't have the truth. They were taught something else. And there's another thing. I beheld the earth, and lo, it was without form. You got to take this word was, look it back up into the Hebrew, and it's a mistranslation. What it means is that it became without form and void. So we're going to find out how this happened, why this happened, and why you can understand this beginning and this cancel of the earth, to find out why it's important to us today. I beheld, and lo, I beheld the mountains, and lo, they trembled, and the hills moved lightly. Hey, he tore the earth up. He didn't just do that, he split continents. They moved lightly, yeah, they lightly across the earth, because you can fit Africa, Australia, right up against South America and the United States, and probably China too. But here's where they leave it off. I wrote about this 7 or 8 years ago, and now they just now coming out with this, and this is the verse that they leave out. I beheld, and lo, there was no man, and all the birds of the heavens were fled. They leave out the word no man. There was no Adam. There was no flesh created at that time. But we find these footprints, artifacts, and buildings that's unexplained, and they did a DNA blue light laser test on the footprints, and they said these are not human footprints. These are the ones that's found in stone and clay, and I got pictures of them. They said these are not human footprints. They are not the same footprint. They're not identical, but we don't know who they are. They weren't human. I beheld and lo, the fruitful place. This is Jeremiah 26, chapter 4, verse 26. I beheld, lo, the fruitful place was a wilderness, and all the cities thereof were broken down at the presence of the Lord and by his fierce anger. It was mad. But they had cities. They had technology. They had advanced technology. We see stones that's cut like lasers. Unexplained. How do they build it? How can they move big stones? In verse 27, chapter 4 of Jeremiah, for this, as the Lord said, the whole land shall be desolate, yet will I not make a full end. I'm not going to end this. Well, wait. Now, this happened about 10,000 years ago, and it's 15,000, because DNA testing kind of goes back 10,000, and they go 50, but if they go past 50, it's a guess. I won't make a full end. That means he's going to start all over. He's going to start all over with mankind. For this shall the earth mourn, and the heavens above be black, because I have not spoken it, I have purposed it. I did this on purpose. And will not repent, neither will I turn back from it. That's verse 28. I spoke it. Yeah, he was pretty angry. But who were these people? They were, it says, my children have become a little sottish. Not Scottish, but sottish. It means a little bit stupid, a little ignorant. And that's probably in verse 18, I think. Let's say it'd be in 22, verse 22. For my people is foolish and have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. They follow the evil path. Well, who are the children? The children are the angels. So what he did when these angels rebelled, it's called the catapult, or the overthrow of the rebellion. What these angels did was when they started rebelling against God and started following somebody else. Well, who was they following? They were following Lucifer, because he fell, and that was the first earth age that we live in. And after that was the second earth age, and that was the time of the flood. When that ended, we live right now in the third earth and heaven age. So when something ends, he don't set a certain time, like every 2,000, 5,000, 6,000. He sets a time when something starts or when something ends. That's the time. So when it started over with flesh, ended with a flood, that was a time then. There's that age. That age stopped right there. And when he started with the third earth age, that's when that age started again. And this is the age that we live in. And hey, the preachers are good about teaching this, but they call the civilization humans. And when it says here, there was no man. So how did they destroy this or cancel this earth? Well, let's say you had meteorites coming from heaven, because God says he throws stones at the enemy. And when they hit, earthquakes started. When the earthquake started, the volcano started going. What did it do? It blocked out the sun. And when the continents split, when he split the continents all the way across the oceans, the water came in, flooded. That was the first flood. The second flood was the days of Noah. When that flood came in and the sun was blacked out, it froze. It became Arctic. I mean, it froze mountains. It froze everything. And the water was high. It was high as the mountains. That's why when you see a plateau flat on top, that's because that ice had picked up that top of that mountain and moved it and put it in another place or took it back the other way. That's why they're flat. I've seen them out there in Wyoming and Colorado. Beautiful. So now, what's this got to do with today because of this? Well, in the days of the flood, these rebellious angels came down and took women for wives, and they're trying with giants to destroy the human race. Did it for 3,000 years, up to the time of King David. It's all through the Bible. They call it Rephaim. So when you see the word Rephaim, you know it's giants. And who was the giants? The children of the fallen angels. And then they tried to stop Christ with 2,000, they call them legion, 2,000 angels tried to possess in one man, tried to stop Christ. And what did Jesus say? He said, it's going to be like the days of Noah. It's like the flood. The angels are coming again. Well, who are these angels? The fallen angels. The ones that was in this rebellion. So now, you got from Genesis 1 all the way to Revelations, one thing. The angels. So that's what we're watching for the angels to come. And I'll give you some more on this later. Thank you so much.